Well, I'm looking to almost highlight a continuum of service is taking the principles and practices of what's called cultural humility, which Lighthouse has really embraced with its programming, its education, and community engagement, and apply the practices of anti-racism through that bedrock of cultural humility. I'm hoping to show the continuum between the practices and principles where cultural humility is more a self-reflective, self-critical process to engaging the action plan of anti-racism, which is really the powerhouse and the movement towards an equitable society and a society that's well-versed in diversity and the multitude of measures of inclusivity. It's the measure of diversity, especially in one of the most diverse geographies in the world, if not the most diverse, which is Southern Ontario, and that the depth of loss that's being experienced through that diversity. I mean, we have so many different demographics that are experiencing loss within schools, within social service organizations, within medical establishments. And there's been a real awareness brought forth about the aspects of racism and the movement of anti-racism. So I'm hoping people will take away the self-critical piece, a self-reflective piece of cultural humility, and how they can apply it to being anti-racist when it comes to serving all the demographics of people that we've been fortunate and gifted with. Grief and loss has actually oftentimes been in the shadows of most social services. You know, we don't talk about it enough. We have very little understanding and awareness of it. I think what this particular year, 2020, has really brought forth is the depth of grief and loss felt by, almost everyone across the world due to a pandemic, due to political ideologies. There's a whole range of things happening to us, climate change. And in bringing that awareness of grief and loss, the impact on our psyches, on our well-being, which is traumatization. So I think what has been brought forth in terms of 2020 is how do we navigate grief and loss in its multitude of expressions, and how do we safeguard us from the impact of traumatization to our hearts and minds due to those losses.